Good afternoon, Gemini ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. What I like to do is just go on and just give you a new way of looking at your romantic situation, okay? And with that said, I designed this next step reading, okay? Because obviously in life, we have to make hard decisions, particularly when kind of faced with conflict riddled based relationships. Okay, so this reading was basically designed to kind of better facilitate your decision making abilities and to kind of show you what to do really as your next step as it relates to your relationships. And it could be existent relationships as well as past relationships. Okay, so I've decided to go on and use my after tarot deck here because, of course, what's important is really what comes next, okay? In addition to using a variety of oracle cards to just give you a bit more part advice into your situation, okay? So let's go on and get started. And as usual, if this reading resonates with you guys, go on and give it a big thumbs up. And if you've yet to subscribe, please take a few moments to do so now. I would definitely appreciate that. Okay, so let's start off by just making a few general observations and we'll just dive right on deeply into your reading here. Okay, just looking at your cards here, apparently you have a predominance there of major cards. So this certainly shows that destiny really is at play with you guys in regards to your romantic situation. And you might kind of take your hands off it, not force issues, because destiny, is kind of, forcing things or kind of making things happen right now. Okay. I'm also getting a strong feeling here that there seems to be no stability here in this, your union in some sense. And I'm feeling that there may be really financial issues or lack thereof might be impeding the success of your relationship. I'm kind of getting here. Maybe one of you may be unemployed or one of you might beg for money a lot that I'm kind of getting here. It just feels a sense of is material issues that might be affecting the situation. I'm also getting the sense that for some of you, you might have this little frivolous crush on somebody that may not be interested in you, or it could be vice versa, that I'm kind of getting at this moment. I'm kind of getting, okay? Because it might be because of what you may have experienced with that person. And that person might be a little bit more attracted to you than you are to him or her now, or it could be vice versa, as already indicated, okay? So let's go on and get started here and start with the card that, fell to the bottom of the deck here. You have quite an interesting card here. You have that, Seven of Wands. And Gemini, this card connects with fire signs. And of course, the fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. But Mars governs this card, and usually this card is usually associated as Mars being in Leo. So what you're seeing here is that there's certainly a lot of stiff competition shown there, and that imagery, the symbolism there is a lot of aggression. It's a lot of defensiveness and really trying to stand one's ground. And it even is all about social chats and calls that may kind of come up. So I'm kind of feeling that perhaps with this card being the bottom card, it certainly shows that you're in a position of power here, but you must kind of stand your ground. But I'm kind of feeling that also I'm kind of getting the sense that things that might really concern you, they may not concern your partner. I'm kind of getting here. So I'm feeling a sense of one-sidedness, But again, like I said, you do have, in fact, the upper ground here. And this card is kind of indicating to you that you must stand up for your convictions, Of course, we realize here that by looking at the symbolism here, conflict is in fact present, Perhaps because of this conflict, again, going back to the stiff competition, there are likely to be perhaps several people that may want the same person that you want, okay? And you feeling the sense of competitiveness that I'm kind of getting there, okay? I'm also kind of feeling that, if you, because you do have the ability to kind of bring this relationship back to a more harmonious state. If you want to do so, you'll certainly need to have a serious discussion. And many of you, I'm kind of feeling, want to be with this person, but there are obstacles present that I'm kind of getting here. And some obstacle might be for some of you that this person might be incarcerated. I'm kind of getting a sense for some of you that the person might be incarcerated for some of you, okay? I'm also getting a sense that this card is telling you, though, that, of course, if you want things to work, this card is given to you because of, again, you know, look how elevated this man is, okay? So you have the upper hand, so it certainly tells you that if you feel that this is worth it, don't give up and kind of keep a positive attitude. And if you do so, likely you'll achieve success. I'm kind of getting, okay? That's the bottom energy that I'm kind of getting here with that. But let's go on and focus and look at your starting situation here. We have that Page of Swords, okay? And that card usually represents an air sign. And of course, it could be a Gemini. It could represent you, ladies and gentlemen. Libra or Aquarius, or it could represent, of course, someone you're dealing with. But I also, with this card, sometimes get a strong feeling that this card could potentially also represent a Taurus, okay? So this card, again, ladies, just getting back more in depth into the meaning of this card, when you see this card, it's certainly all about circumspection, spying, examination, and even, in fact, blunt communication. So it looks like that because this is your starting situation, you've somehow withdrawn from a relationship, I'm feeling, to kind of get space and kind of to heal yourself. I kind of feel that someone might be even, in fact, again, it could be the person, an air sign type person, or that Taurus, even might be gossiping about you or spying in the sense that they may even know someone that you know, and they may be just asking questions or just trying to figure out what it is that you're doing. They're kind of worried about you in terms because they don't know what you're doing. I'm kind of getting here. But I do feel a lot of gossiping. And I'm also getting a strong indication that there is more than one person in your picture. This one seems to be a younger energy, and it's possibly the person that you may be a bit estranged, a person from whom you might be a bit estranged, I'm kind of getting here. And they want to kind of reconcile their differences with you, okay? Again, it's possibly someone who just hurt you, someone who you felt was a friend perhaps, but turned out to be something slightly different, And this card is all about, a very hostile type environment, Either you, ladies and gentlemen, or your lover, I'm feeling one of you seems to be having a hard time letting others get close to you. I'm kind of getting. I don't feel it's you, Gemini. I feel that it's your lover, They don't want to open themselves up to you, okay? When problems occur, the tendency for them is to what? Jet. And you know why they do that? It's because they're young and stupid, okay? So let's go on and just look at, because as we know, in every situation, y'all, in life, there are many things that are not, we kind of place our focus, I'm kind of getting at, with doing a lot of things that kind of crop up in life, and we place our focus on matters that really aren't really as important, I'm feeling, as other things, okay? So why don't we just move our attention onto, but I just want to take a bit step back here because I have a few more things that I want to say about this Page of Swords here. Like I said, I feel again that many of you kind of want to let this situation go, but you're having, a lot of difficulties, I'm seeing a lot of vacillation, whether you want this or you want, and you just cannot pinpoint a decision, okay? I do feel someone you previously dealt with will in fact return, or they're going to try in some sense to return in some way, and it's up to you if you decide to answer, okay? So since this card, ladies and gentlemen, is usually all about unexpected occurrences, one of you may not be able to kind of, commit fully, You know, maybe you want to, but you just don't. You know, and I'm feeling because of this younger energy here, you know. But let's look at again at what really not important in your situation. And what I mean by this, ladies and gentlemen, you should certainly not put your energy towards this position here because it would definitely be a waste of time here. So, with having strength there as a card there, and of course that represents Leo, okay? Now it's certainly not the time to kind of commit to this situation or make any type of commitment or don't make any or efforts to reconcile if that's not what you want or to force an outcome, okay? Or to even confront someone who has kind of deeply hurt you here, all right? You follow? And I'm kind of picking up a strong energy of like, I feel that many of you are dealing also with a very athletic or even a builder type person that I'm kind of getting here as well. Some of you might even be dealing with someone that is involved in education or something with higher learning. I'm kind of getting, okay? All right. So let's move on and see then. We've examined what's not important. Now let's look at what's important, okay? You have the Lovers card here, all right? So that represents a Gemini. Of course, it represents you, okay? So it shows Gemini. Now, is it important for you to be focusing on yourself? It's very ironic that this card came up and take your mind off your lover. That's what this card is kind of telling you. And it's all about decision, choices, and passions. And this card is kind of alerting you, Gemini, that go with whatever that you've already decided if you feel that is best for you. Okay? Because I'm getting here that although many of you aren't too sure what really to do, there's really a need, guys, for healing. You know, in your situation, you'll have to kind of decide, as again, as I pointed out in observations, upon two potential lovers. Okay? And I'm getting that one is younger and one is a bit older, but it seems that perhaps the older one I'm kind of getting may have treated you a little bit better than this younger one. Okay, I'm kind of getting the sense, but Gemini, I'm also a Gemini just as you. We tend to be very stubborn, right? So sometimes we create conflicts in our own relationship and don't even realize it because we think we know it all. Okay? So, you know, with saying that, I'm feeling too that some of you might need to kind of talk your situation, even with a trusted counselor, for those of you who may be married and might be kind of contemplating a divorce. Okay? And if you do, Gemini, this strength is a very good card there that shows that if some of you are going through a divorce of some sort, the result is going to be amicable, okay? Because this is a very good card, and it shows you that you certainly have this strength to endure what it is that you're going through at this time, okay? And I'm feeling that a lot of you just kind of feel in this, you're feeling, you know, the sense of stagnancy. You know, your relationship is just not moving in the way that you would want it to. So again, the key here is, Gemini, is to kind of follow your heart and don't make any haphazard compromises, okay? Because many of you will have to kind of decide upon a situation while facing the risk of losing one of these lovers. It's time to make a decision, guys. Now let's go on and look at your last card, your last tarot card here, and just look at what your next step kind of should be. And what I mean by that is this is where your next step is going to lead you to, okay? Should you follow the advice of these cards here. You have that Six of Wands there. Once again, that connects with fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And with this card, Jupiter usually is in Leo, okay? So this card is all about, you know, a sense of vindication and renewal and good news and problems resolved. It's all about victory. So it does show, it's a good card, it seems, that it's showing here. And it shows that you will, in fact, I feel that by the end of this month, you're going to overcome the problems that you've been facing. And I feel that, you know, it looks like that, as I said to you, that a young person is really going to be coming on strong to you, and they want to try to win your heart. and they're very jealous. That I kind of feel that, as being a Gemini myself, I kind of feel that many of you may have been ignoring this person due to past hurts, okay? So let's dive right in and just look at these additional cards to just see to get any additional information here, okay? We have the codependency card. So this card is kind of suggesting again that it seems like drugs or substance abuse is really impeding the success of your relationship, Geminis. And it seems that you might even be dealing with someone who has repeatedly gone through 12-step programs and get right back out and do the same old stuff again. But this is really a crucial or prevalent factor that is really affecting your relationship here that I'm getting, you know? And looking at what the spirit is kind of telling me here is that your beliefs about what you're feeling about this situation is certainly right. If you feel that it's time to move on, then you should really follow your heart here, I'm kind of getting here, and have no remorse, you know? Because you do have a very good card here, and this card here is all about success and growth. So it shows a lot of progress and resolution, just picking back and off of the victorious nature of that card there, okay, of that Six of Wands. So success is certainly at hand for you guys, and it seems that it's going to happen very quickly, I'm feeling here, okay? So it's basically this period that you're going through is a period of understanding and growth. And this card is kind of asking you guys to get back more in tune and listen to your intuition and follow where it's really kind of leading you, okay? And then we have here, I decided to go on and just select two additional cards here. And the unicorn, okay, which will start off, and also the owl, okay? And when you see the owl card in the reading, the owl, again, is all about, wisdom, It's all about the ability to really kind of get beneath the surface. It's almost just like the high priestess card in the tarot. You have the intuition to kind of look within and kind of gain knowledge that a lot of people don't have that, or maybe not more in tune to doing. Okay, so this card is asking you to, again, once again, trust your intuition, ladies and gentlemen, because you're certainly, by doing so, your intuition will never fail you. Okay, and with having this additional card here, you have the unicorn. Okay, and again, the unicorn is certainly a symbol of hope again. So there's a lot of hope and success and growth, and possibilities, ladies and gentlemen. So this is kind of asking you to recapture, how you used to be, and avoid, kind of being a bit jaded by problems. Life is just too short to be worrying about a frivolous relationship. Okay, so Gemini, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope this reading has offered food for thought. Again, I welcome all comments, and if you have any questions about this video or any others, you can certainly contact me at wizio.com. And Gemini, I'd like you to go on and just take a look at Shonda Rhimes' astrology. She's designed her own personal cards, and if you're interested in astrology, I think she would be a very good source of information. Okay? Once again, please remember to subscribe as well as like and share. Okay? I look forward to hearing your comments. Enjoy your day.